Are AI doctors the future? Would you trust it if you needed medical help? I saw this super cool Twitter thread that introduced me to this AI tool called Docus, and Docus is basically a virtual doctor's assistant. Docus is the world's first product that provides you with AI generated diagnosis, as well as human supervised and validated opinions. So with this Docus, you can go ahead and get some diagnoses, some symptoms and possibilities of diagnosis of diseases, as well as some potential treatment options. It will generate a personalized health report for you, and you also receive world-class human second opinions. So that's what this is offering you here. You see AI health assistant, top doctors of the world, all this cool stuff. And let's just go ahead and see what it's like here. So, hello, I am here to support with any health-related questions or worries you may have. Note, the more detailed information you share, the better I can assist you. And I didn't sign up for it yet. I just kind of wanted to, this is my first time exploring it, and I wanted to explore it with you all. So it seems like you have a demo chat, you have 2 messages for the demo, and then you can sign up and get more messages. You have a chat history, much higher availability, no credit card. So it doesn't seem like there's any cost to entry here. And then once you feel, confident in what you're getting, you can move forward by getting suggestions for a local doctor by validating your diagnosis and treatment. So presumably you can use this to find out some things about what you're experiencing, and then the AI can help you find maybe a specialty doctor in your area with whatever you're experiencing. So let's just see, for example, let's say I cannot digest food and I am using the restroom 6 times a day, suffer from low energy and nausea. How do you spell nausea? That's not right. Whatever, we'll just say that. Sorry. And enter. Disclaimer, don't share your information. It's not a real doctor. Okay, so it pretends to have some empathy here. Now it's going to ask you for more symptoms. How long have you experienced them? Are your stools watery or loose? Blood or mucus in your stool? Weight? So these are all questions that would have benefited me greatly on this journey to figuring out my gut health. So that's cool. I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm going to try to make this somewhat short. You can rate your experience. And I only have 1 message left. So let's go with something. In my jiu-jitsu class, I have messed up my knee a little bit. So I'm going to say I have pain we'll say tenderness on the outside of my knee. Could it be a possible tear? There is no swelling or discoloration. What can I do to remedy this? Okay, I'll send that. Sorry to hear about your knee pain. Based on your description, it could be a variety of issues such as ligament strain, meniscus irritation, and tendinitis. However, so it's going to ask you for more questions, I think. And then that's how they're going to. For initial treatment, you can follow the RICE protocol: rest, ice, compression, elevation. Apply ice 15 minutes every 2 to 3 hours. Use a compression bandage to support the knee. Over-the-counter medications. However, it's important to get your knee checked. So not bad advice at all. So I just thought this was really cool. Something to go over, something that you may want to play with on your health journey. So with Docus, of course, you're going to have 24/7 availability to AI doctors. It's going to be fast and efficient, which should reduce the cost of healthcare. It increases access to healthcare. It's going to give also data-driven decision-making. So AI doctors can analyze, databases, and the more you use them, the more data they're going to acquire. It can sort through medical literature and patient records, and to help give you a evidence-based diagnosis and treatment recommendations. Of course, some of the cons of using something like Docus here is that it's going to have a limited understanding of context. Healthcare and health in general is a very human experience. Would you trust a non-human to give you advice on that? This is going to be the most basic that you will ever see it. So from now on, this is like the first stages of AI. So it's not going to get any worse than this, presumably. It's only going to improve. So one of my like favorite potential pros of using an AI, of using a medical assistant, a doctor assistant, is that like, so I have this, it's going to be integration. So in an integration with all the other tools that we'll be using. I have this scale that I love. I use every morning. It measures body weight, obviously, is a scale. BMI, body fat, age, muscle mass, bone density. Let's play out a scenario on how helpful this AI tool can be. So you have, let's say the night before you were looking up certain things. Oh man, my chest hurts. I wonder what this is. Let me go ahead and research my AI. Could be these things. Okay, that's all right. That's what we use Google for. Anyone ever heard of like you get your Google diagnoses where basically everything leads to death? So pretty funny, but not funny. But I go on Google to say, hey, I have these symptoms. What is it? What's happening here? So you go on your AI tool and you type in chest pain, maybe arm pain. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so you try to go about your normal day. You get on the scale. You weigh yourself. You have all these metrics. And then you throw on your Apple Watch, you go to the gym to get some walking in. And based off of, this is all just a scenario that we're playing out together, just based off of your heart rate variability, your blood pressure, your history research that you've researched with your medical assistant. Maybe you get a notification on your watch that says, hey, Chase, this is actually becoming serious based off of all those things that we mentioned, your history, your measurements this morning, your heart rate right now while you're just doing a basic walk. You need to go see a doctor ASAP. Like, I think that's very cool. I have a cousin who is a nurse, and they told me that basically like a woman's or a person's iWatch let them know that they were having arrhythmia in their heart. They were having unnatural heartbeat. So it informed them just based off of their pattern of their heart, you need to go to the doctor right now. So imagine that with an AI tool. It knows your history. Let me know in the comments if this is going to be weird to you. If you find it useful, just let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, stay wealthy. Yee!